Just glide back and forth. Hey guys, oh guys, I have a microphone there. Good morning, sunshines. We have guests today, Shayna and Nick for Yo, Shayna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome.
Nick,
so glad to be here.
Nick, what's going on?
I am loving today. I like the microphone.
Okay, so back off the microphone. Sorry, we were doing levels, you guys. Morning. It's been a couple days since we've talked to you guys, and these lovelies, you guys have seen them before. Oh, let's do the whole Good Morning Sunshine like this.
Good.
I think we could.
So, thank you for joining us as you jump on. Say Good Morning Sunshine.
I'd be claustrophobic in here, but
Oh man. Per the usual, you guys say Good Morning Sunshine as you jump on. This one's different, so you can see some of the comments over here, but not everything, and not YouTube's. So like just Facebook's.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We're learning more stuff.
Learning as we go.
Yeah.
My
And
eyes aren't that good, so I really can't see.
that's true. I forgot about that. He's like, Good morning. I think mine are kind of the same way though, so it's fine. We just don't even have to do that. It's good. So super excited, like such divine timing that these beautiful souls are here today to Good Morning Sunshine with us. But we still started off the same way. We were hoping Whit and John would want to like do his affirmations, but he's not here. He's out.
He's with the chickens.
He's playing
With chickens, yeah.
nonstop. I'll just start there. I'm grateful for chickens.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about all of the timing of all of these different things. I'm like, Mom, maybe this is why we ended up with so many damn chickens like 5 years ago. Because at first when we got them, my brother brought them over and I was like, what, we're gonna have chickens? Like I just wasn't like super excited about it. And I was literally scared to eat real chicken eggs because I thought food should be completely processed. Right? Because that's what we used
has
to.
changed.
Yeah,
Life
right?
has changed.
Yes. So I'm grateful for the chickens because now it's Whit and John's like primary form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh, every
awesome.
day he's been out there like 3 times. Yeah,
Chickens.
It's great.
What are you guys grateful for?
I am grateful for travel and to be able to be here with you and everyone today. I'm loving this. Yes.
I'm grateful for the carols.
Oh,
Coming here, hanging out is a great way. Every year, this is kind of our
that's
end
right.
of our
Right.
trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just
We invade the house. We
Take
cooked
over.
yesterday. We took over the whole kitchen.
you guys.
The best organized kitchen you've ever seen in your life.
It is. It's
Yeah.
conducive of cooking fried meals
Yeah.
for sure. I don't have any like you guys have seen kind of cooking with Cal, right? You know that I just need like a spoon and a fork and like that's it. Maybe a small pan. But Nick here, he requires stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
knives and
Ugh.
hands and a lid,
strainers.
that bit,
Yeah.
strainers.
Yeah. It's so he's so bougie.
But I am grateful for this, yeah, that we get to end here and get to see the girls and
Yeah.
hang out with family and.
So we had this beautiful, huge meal of food, like with 49,000 steaks yesterday because we sent Nick to the grocery store hungry. That was a
I was
mistake.
very hungry.
Mistake. There's,
Yeah.
I think,
Or
8
And a
adults
birthday boy. We had a birthday boy.
Yeah, we did.
who requested steak. So
Yes.
you didn't want to be short on the steak.
Well, here, to be honest, you requested corn.
I know this is
I had
true.
steak.
You had
Lexi wanted green beans. You do asparagus.
Yeah.
So I just did it all.
He did.
Why do we have to limit ourselves?
this.
Right.
Do it all.
Okay, we want to do. Okay, we don't know what's Good Morning Sunshine. We can do limitless. We can
Yes,
do it
right.
all. Go
Yeah.
big, go home, family. We have a lot of
We're
things to
gonna
talk about.
We're gonna go with yours.
Okay.
But that was
Okay.
just a little slide. That's a future.
That's future one.
Happy
Okay.
4th of July. Yes.
Happy- yes.
Yeah.
Oh, happy
Yes,
4th of
happy
July.
4th of July.
We're grateful for America.
Yes.
Right.
America.
America.
So
you got red on.
I already did. This is I wear this every year. I have a
Oh,
red or a
look.
blue one.
Look at.
Red, white,
Oh, you-
blue.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know what
Look
I'm
at this. Look at. We're almost an American
Wait, no,
flag.
it goes red. Wait.
That's okay. I got the stripes.
Look at. I don't know very good about it. They're like, what is even happening, guys? I promise you, we're gonna give you updates on all the different things.
And it's coming. This is gonna be great.
This is going to be a great message now that you've been with us for 5 minutes and
There's
you're wondering
about
what the
there's
hell
about at
they're
least
doing.
30 minutes of prep.
And then we just go into the
And we
30-second
did notes.
message.
We got our
Morning
notes behind us every
sunshine.
week.
Yes. I know, see, then it just says
I love
Facebook
it.
user because
It's
we don't
like
know
we
who they
can't
are
tell
yet,
who
but
they
it's
are.
beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, so these guys, a lot of these people that are on here don't know your story.
Okay.
And what's amazing is we want to talk to you guys about not feeling alone. Like sometimes when you're going through something in life, and it doesn't have to be like we've talked about before, the gravity of what we're going through right now, right? Anything that you're going through, there are times where you can feel really isolated and you can feel, even like, I don't know, like bad or embarrassed or
All
like,
of it.
yeah, you don't know how people are going to react to whatever situation you're going through, whether that's relationship troubles or finance troubles or like just something that seems maybe like everyday mundane, but it's a big deal to you and you feel alone about it. So Shay and I were just talking yesterday about how blessed we are to be in each other's lives and then just kind of sharing some stories. So if you guys want to share your story, I'll stand like this and then that.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I'm Shayna, and that's my husband Nick. So well, it's funny because in March of 2017, Caley and I went to an event together, and we were there without spouses, and so we spent a week together, living together in a hotel in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we just we were roomies for a week, and it was awesome. We had the best time ever.
Kickstarted
a life together. And then, unknowingly at the time, I had breast cancer. I didn't know it. I wasn't diagnosed. I was diagnosed December of that year. And, she was one of the first persons that found out. And immediately, I'm going to cry, immediately said, I'm coming to see you. I'm getting on the plane and I'm coming there. And it was just I don't know, it just felt so good to have somebody that I knew would love and support me by my side. And so she flew to Ohio, gets there for my very first chemo treatment, and Nick and I find out the night before that the day that we're going to my chemo is her birthday. She doesn't even tell us it's her birthday. She shows up, flies away from her family on her birthday to be with us in a really, really hard time. So I'm so grateful for you for that, and just so grateful to be together.
And I think, even with that was a decision that, a brave decision you made, because we talked about was of telling people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They said sometimes you're do you tell people you don't want people to feel sorry for you, but you don't know what to do. And she said, no, I'm just gonna come out in the open and we told a few people, our family first, and we told the people that around, and then we kind of she put on Facebook I think at one point and said, hey, I got diagnosed, and I think it's great for a couple reasons. Is one, it got all people supportive. We were like, okay, we don't want the and that's a great thing about Caley. We didn't want the sorry. We want, okay, we got this. What do we need to do? Let's go. And that was the people we surrounded helped.
And there was so many of those people. Yeah. I didn't, like you said, I didn't know what to expect. Didn't know. I mean, obviously I know that a lot of women have breast cancer, but I didn't know what the response would be to me. And it's funny because even though I know it's super common, 1 in 8 women in their lifetime will be diagnosed. But even inside of that statistic, when it happened to me, it was that fear of feeling alone for a moment, and then different, yeah. And the short amount of time of the why me, and the all of the things that just happen naturally, and then purposely choosing to not go down that path, and purposely choosing to surround ourselves with people who were loving and supportive, and there was an unimaginable amount of people that were supportive. I had no idea that we would have that much support, whether it was just a quick text message or crystals showing up at the house, flowers, calls, so many cards, and just so many prayers. And it was
I remember your little
amazing.
card basket.
Oh yeah, I still have it on my dresser because I just want to remind myself that
you're not alone, and that's somebody's going through it. And it's that to me is the biggest thing, is that you need that support. You need that love, and that stuff. Something is just the calls and the texts. It's just, hey, I care about you. Do you need anything? Just that is enough to get you through that day sometimes.
And it's not like you're sharing from a space because again, you guys could be going through all sorts of different levels of things, and there's really no level, but you're going through something, and it's not like you're sharing to look for risk. You don't want to. It's not misery loves company. That's not what it is. It's not like you're trying to share negative energy. It's not like you're asking for like you said, pity or I'm sorry. It's you're looking for support, and when you share from a space of that, you find that.
Right.
And
in abundance.
It's
in abundance.
It's absolutely crazy. And support in so many different ways. Right away as we started sharing, I know that there's some people that are why are you doing this? This is private, right? And those are the people I choose not to listen to, because that's not the opinion I care about, right? It's since the moment we started sharing, the love and support that we're receiving, and then to have these guys, seriously divine timing. They were scheduled to be here yesterday no matter what, and we find out a week ago, and we just spend this time together where you guys have so much where we could come together and discuss and just have that relatability and that. Right. I talked to you guys about not trying to empathize with our situation, because we would never want you to put yourself in that spot. Right. But when you have been there, we get to just embrace each other.
Right. Right.
So that you're not. Whatever's going on in your world, asking for support. So like she was even sharing how once one person, right, is transparent with their journey, the number of messages I've got back of people who have gone through some serious things and haven't shared yet.
Right.
And I feel like that release of just getting to share with even one human.
Yeah, makes a huge difference. Yeah, and it's interesting being on the other side of it now and being the one giving the support who's been through it.
Yeah.
You know, like for you guys in a different way, but then also for other women. And it's one thing that got me through, like reaching out to other women who had gone through it before me, and just having that support and that hope, and now getting to be that person for other people is really cool. And I get messages all the time, and I am on phone calls and FaceTimes and just text messages with women from all over the world, and I love being that person to just be the like beacon of hope and light. So.
Well, in any experience that we've gone through or that we go through in our world, I think that most of us can agree, like there is a purpose of us being able to teach from any like gravity, like whatever goes on, whether it's your bankruptcy or your divorce or your whatever. If you can support somebody else in getting through that, like hiding and not sharing and not being that, it's not benefiting either one of you. It's almost like it makes you feel more alone and more like you're holding on to those negative emotions, which isn't going to serve.
And when you're not alone. I mean, that's the best thing is like when you put that out there, you have people that have been through it that actually it does a couple of things, can help, you know, I remember helped us like, okay, here's what you need to look for, this is what you need to do, this is what, you know, and you may still go through a different journey, but on the same token, you have some insight of, okay, because the unknown is the worst. Like, okay, I don't know, but here it is. Like, you know, same thing. You know, coming what you're going through is like somebody's been through that and been through it with their kids, and you know what I mean. So it's a
the emotions are the same. I think that's the emotions we go through, no matter what thing it is. Yeah, the emotions are the same. You know, it's like we can. I think it's natural, at least for a little bit of time, to feel alone and to feel scared. And to feel angry, like ashamed even sometimes, you know.
What did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
Yeah. For us, how do we take this from him? Like, like why not? Like, why not me? Yeah. You did that with Shay all the time. Why not me? I remember the conversations, right?
Yeah.
So there's, we all do go through the same or a similar emotional process.
Yes. And then getting to the place as quickly as possible, I think, is the most important thing. With releasing, definitely releasing. And sometimes that comes in phases, you know. Sometimes it's like
sometimes you're walking through a grocery store and you just start bawling and everybody's looking over, and it's normal at the hospital, but it's not at the grocery store, and you're just like, why isn't everybody else crying?
Right. Yeah. But that's when it happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes you know, even now, 5 years later, sometimes I dip back into like fear and you know, but I just don't stay there. Like just don't stay there.
Yeah.
And sharing can help you not stay there.
Yes.
Like, you know, like I mean, even when you think about like an inward depression and pulling everything in, it can get you really stuck. So if you're going through something right now where you do feel stuck or alone or scared, or even if you went through something in the past and you never shared about it, it could be really, really beneficial for you to open up about it, whether it's to a couple of friends, whether it's to your family, whether it's to somebody who knows God, like whether it's to us, right? And that's something that I did want to mention. I definitely want Good Morning Sunshine, you guys know this, right? To be a space of hope and happiness and joy and confidence and light and love. Also, I think that we can learn a lot from each other's stories. So if you have a story of something that you've gone through and you've conquered, or you just like need support, reach out. But maybe there'll be more of this where we can let the message out so you can free up space for whatever's supposed to come in. Because I'm a big believer, and I don't know, I know you are, like, right, that if you let go of whatever you might be harboring right now, there's so much beauty and joy that wants to come in once you like release it.
Yes. Yeah. And literally is making space for more joy. Yes.
And that's the thing too, is like I think like you said is getting that out. You know, so many people like you said, like no one else is going through it, and I guarantee you somebody's been through, maybe not 100%, but pretty gosh darn close. That, and it's good for you to like, and I think to get away from that aloneness and coming from the space of how do I heal, how do I help. So and that's the other thing I think is another thing is like I remember we were doing a thing with Brian. You know, when all this happened, you know, who's a great guy. His name's Brian Boucher.
Just coaching experience before I was diagnosed.
And we found out, and we came onto our sessions like the day after we found her, 2 days, whatever it was. And
we had the moment of like, do we tell him or not?
Yeah.
I was there.
Oh, you were
I
there
think,
then?
yeah, because we were like, you guys were having your session.
Yeah,
And you were like,
tell him or not.
that's right. And we, and he was like, to be vulnerable, to help. And that's the other thing too.
So we did. We ended up like, well, it was hard at the time because I couldn't stop crying.
It's about you, but I also think it's a really, it's different. It's about other people.
Yeah.
Like just you sharing, and if you want to put it this way, it's like, it's almost selfish to keep it.
Yeah.
Where if you give it out, and he was saying that, to be vulnerable with it, it's not, and not to do whatever, like you said, not come from a place of get pity and that, but to help somebody else that they're going to be able to take that step, that you can help, and they say, man, you guys are both to be helping so many people. Even like me on a different level, I've talked to a couple spouses that, had to go through the same thing and going through what I went through. It's nothing I would have, I tried to get that.
You can't take it on. But you do. All of your support system goes through something too. So you were going through something where you could support others in a situation.
It's like, hey, it's the toughest thing is to watch and know that you can do zero. So.
Yeah. I mean, you did more than zero.
Not zero.
Let's say that. But like, so authenticity from a space of love. Like whatever you're going through, being authentic and sharing from a space of love for healing and joy and light can bring such a transformation in your world. So if you guys are going through something like that, that's an encouragement.
And whether you share with one person or 3 people or
the
world on Facebook Live.
Hey!
What feels good to you.
But
I would encourage you to share it with somebody.
Witty John update.
Yes.
So he's been doing he's hilarious and good 99% of the day. We still are figuring out his medication for his DI. So we're like, we think we're scientists and we're figuring it out. I'm like, oh, maybe if I do it. We have no idea still. But we have gotten a hold of a doctor, so they're helping us with it. And then I think right now just praying for the pain that he has in his hip, I think is one of the primary things that he experiences. So would appreciate your love and prayers upon that. We go in for our appointment tomorrow. So that's all I have to share because we haven't been to our appointment with oncology yet. But of course I'll be sharing after that. And let's just see when I have another ball fest because it's been a while since I've done that online. It's so good.
It's gonna happen. It's okay.
I know. Okay, so this is just new, so I just do a quick prayer. This is just what we do. So, dear God, thank you so much for this moment. Thank you for this exact moment. Thank you for being surrounded by joy and love and light and bringing these beautiful souls into my life and your divine timing of having them right now. And thank you for everybody who's here with us watching, praying for Baby Whit and John, and for each and every one of the people who are stepping into their authenticity and letting go and releasing so they can have more joy and love and light in the world, because when we are our best, we can give our best. So, Lord, we thank you. Amen.
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 Amen. I always feel like we should clap afterwards.
Amen.
All right,
Thank you, guys.
Yes, we love you. If you're committed, commit to authenticity with love. So say you're committed at the end. You might say good morning, Sunday. Oh yeah. Will you guys do hearts for Quinny? Say do hearts, please.
Do hearts.
I don't remember.
Do hearts show up?
If you can see hearts on this one. I think they show up over here, so it's not as
not
impressive. But we'll go back and we'll watch the live and you'll see them. They go.
Okay, the hearts. I bet you tons of hearts.
They are doing the hearts. You just can't see on this view. Guys, thank you for your hearts. We love you. All right. Oh, Witty John, come say hi.
Here.
Witty.
There he is.
Witty, can you say happy?
Happy?
Can you say tired? I think he's tired. We did not sleep
His
enough.
little eyes.
I know.
His little eyes are saying tired.
Look at you. Oh, there's some hearts.
Gosh. All right, guys, we love you so much.
Love you.
Bye. Guys, wait.